Hello, welcome back to the channel, and we've got another update for you. If you remember our last video, we were going to try to restore our dashboard, and I think we got that done. So I wanted to show you that. We got good news and bad news. I guess just start with the bad news. If you might recall from several videos ago, we got very fortunate and was able to purchase a new heater core from overseas and replace the old one, which I was really afraid would probably leak once it got installed, and I did not want that. So this thing was about, let's see, focus, about 240 bucks shipping and everything. So that heater valve goes on right here. And as you can see, there's two studs. Now, silly me, it's identical to the OEM. I took the nuts off of the old one and figured they were the same size. Well, they wouldn't go on. So I tried a different size, slightly larger. Still wouldn't go on. I got out my my tap and die set with my thread pitch gauge and the die, and it seemed to be I think an M6 1.0 thread. Wouldn't go on. The bottom line is I couldn't get any nut started on these studs, and I cleaned them up. I figured, well, maybe they, obviously they painted them, maybe powder coated them, and now they don't fit. But finally, I just made the call. I'm going to go ahead and try, and because it had to be an M6. And sure enough, I don't think I'd got it threaded, no way, and it just snapped it right off. So now I have to fix a brand new heater core. And I'm going to put back in a stud that I know exactly what nut goes on there. I had to order a helicoil set for an M6. So I'll have to drill that out and tap it and put a helicoil in there, and which really is annoying to have to do that on a brand new part. So I don't know what they did. I don't know. I even thought, well, maybe they for some reason didn't use metric and went SAE or whatever, and no, nothing fitted either. Nothing would start. So anyway, that's the bad news. We got the glove box lock out. I'll show you that real quick. We cleaned that up. Cleaned up real nice with steel wool. There was a little bit of rust on it. Come right off. That's ready to go on. And we'll do that. I really wanted to get this heater core done and go ahead and get it installed. I'd like to get as many of these parts on the car and kind of clear things up in here, and make it easier to get around anything. This is something I've been meaning to ask. If anybody else has the 850 or has experience, sorry, mosquito, experience with them. These two bushings with the rubber, does anybody know where they go? I can't find anything in the parts diagrams, and I don't remember what they came off of. And they're obviously intended for something. So if anybody recognizes those and knows where they exactly, I'm thinking they go somewhere over on the where the wiper setup is on the that panel that goes right there, but I'm not sure. That cowl, but I'm not sure. Anyway, here's what we did on the the dashboard, and you can kind of judge for yourself how you think it turned out. I would like to point out a few things. It was I should have remembered. I tried and couldn't get it on. Couldn't get it to fit. And then I remembered that you have to drop the steering column. You can't get it back on. So I left that down so that you could see that it had to come off. There are metal clips on the back of the bottom of the dash, and they go up. Let's see if we can see them here. If you can see, I ain't got very good light here, do I? Yeah, you can see there's like holes there. And those metal tabs fit up into those holes and pull that in tight. Also redid the vents. Now those are the old vents, but I cleaned them up and painted them, and they have new springs on the back of them, new clips that hold them on. I put back in the ashtray and the dash light rheostat, and also a new cigarette lighter. Now, why did I put a new cigarette lighter in? It's not that I intend for anybody to smoke, but I had nothing else to go into that hole. And the old cigarette lighter was just stuck. It wouldn't come out of the case or whatever. You know, you push it in, you pull it out, it wouldn't go. It wouldn't do it. So I just went ahead and ordered a new one. I think it was like $45. It's brand new. I'm not wiring it up. It's not going to work. But I needed to be able to cover that hole and make it look OEM or whatever. You can see, let's step back here a little bit so you get a full view. There's what it looks like. I've got the one panel in. I basically put that in so you could see what it looks like. But I'm probably going to take it back out when I go to put it in the glove box and run some of the wiring, so I'll have easy access to it. Now here's our repair. I'm going to point out my own, what I had to do there on that broken part at the bottom. If you can see, I made a metal piece that fits right over the area that was damaged. I glued it, put a metal piece behind it to hold it so it's sturdy, and then I've got a couple of small screws that hold in there, and I think that it worked out pretty good. I had to make that thing like 3 or 4 times because that's an odd shape right there, and to get that angle just right. Now here's something else I've got in mind. I ordered this this 3D printed logo, and you know, I've got it painted silver right now, but I'm thinking about putting it, let's see if I can show you, up here. So this would act like a plate right here, and then this logo will go down here, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll use it or not. It might just draw attention to it. The other thing is I'm not sure of is, you know, should I just paint it black, or should I just, you know, leave it the way it is, or even put it on? I'm still debating it, so if you guys got a thought on that, that's fine. The other thing we did was I put the door jamb switches in. You can see those. There's 3 of them all together, in case anybody out there wants to know. 2 of them are for the courtesy lights that go onto the dash there, and then one of them is for the key and the ignition alarm. You know, if you leave your key in the lock, when you open the door, the buzzer will sound. I've already run the wiring to them. The only thing that's kind of questionable, now they're new, they're brand new. The only thing that's questionable with me about it is on the wiring diagram, it shows those acting as ground, that they're grounded. But with these insulators, if you can see there, this is how they came, or what they came with, I should say. I don't know how they would be grounded unless you ran a separate wire to them, and I don't see any way of doing that on them. So anyway, we'll see. If anybody has any intel on that, that'd be nice to know. So that's kind of where we are now. And that was a lot of work. That dash was a lot of work. There's a lot of stuff you can't see that I had to do behind it. I had to fill in a lot of that foam, you know, glue some areas, the exposed metal, because there is metal under that this the foam sits on, the frame sits on, and was rusted. I had to clean that up, and I POR'd 15'd it, and so there shouldn't be any problem down the road. So anyway, a lot of work. And you can see my new badge emblem there. That rascal's been hanging around for a while. So anyway, so that's kind of where we are. I can't think of anything else right now that's you know, I want to show you. We're going to put the steering column back up, and as soon as I can get that heater core, hopefully the next video we'll have the steering column back up. I'll get one of my sons to help me to put the brake pedal assembly back up, and then we can get the heater box put into place. So slow but steady. So that's where we are. Anyway, leave me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. I think it turned out certainly well enough to have saved $600, and definitely better than a $3,000 send it across the country or whatever thing. So anyhow, alrighty, y'all take care, and thanks for watching, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe.